Pompey and the community had initial discussions with Portsmouth Museums, and so both organisations worked together and created a bid which was submitted to Arts Council, and it was successful, and the project then commenced in June.
In the coming years we're looking to completely change the D-Day Museum's displays. What we would want to do is to make that of interest and do it in a way that appeals to a wide range of people, so not just people who've been coming to the museum already, but including people such as young people who don't visit the museum so much.
Obviously, being Pompey in the community, we're very young person focused, and the museum works in a separate way, so I've been able to learn the processes that are involved, and obviously the two organisations think separately, but collectively we've been able to come together, and I think there's been a lot of joint learning, which has been great.
So this project was a way of investigating how young people relate to the story of D-Day, how you can make the story of D-Day more interesting to them, perhaps how best to tell the story.
We're making a documentary to highlight some of the stories that you may not hear about that revolve around D-Day. So we've been interviewing veterans, doing production workshops, learning how to work certain pieces of equipment, so the cameras, the lights, sound.
I've been part of a lot of the filming sessions. I've interviewed 2 of the veterans, which was really exciting.
So far I've been to the interview with Dennis. In the half term we went out and we got all the shots of the different places all the people we've interviewed talked about, and I've also been here and worked on the cameras.
Having young people involved, the aim was very much to get their ideas and for them to create something that they feel will be relevant and interesting to other young people.
I've learned lots about D-Day because I knew nothing about it before. I don't think I really cared enough, but I think actually meeting the people has made you realise it was personal experiences, it wasn't just a bit of history.
And it just reinforced that it did actually happen to these people, you know, they're not making it up, it's not fictional. These are actually their experiences in life.
The most inspiring thing was probably one of the veteran stories about working in a munitions factory and how dangerous it was and how many people were in there, and that without them building all the equipment, then the soldiers who were at war wouldn't have been able to do anything, so they were just as important as everyone else.
Throughout the project, we've obviously, all of us as young people have developed new skills. For example, you know, we're running interviews, we're setting up the technology, so the cameras, the lights, the audio, and so we've got skills that way, but also communication skills is a big one because we've all had to work as a team, meet new people, interact with different age groups. You know, you've got the veterans, you've got the other young people in the team, so it really shows that communication is a big thing and helps the project run smoothly.
Well, as a youth worker, I really enjoyed watching the group come on as young people. When we first started, it was quite interesting to see them all on their own. They wouldn't join together, and now they've come together as a group from all walks of life.
Everyone really cares about this and wants to make sure that it has, you know, the appropriate ending and is celebrated in the way that I think it should be.
Really great how many veterans have taken part in the project, being interviewed or talking to the group. And I think that the veterans really appreciate the fact that young people are interested in learning more about D-Day and being part of the project.
If I had to sum the project up in 3 words, there would probably be enjoyable, unique and inspiring.
Inspirational, educational and fun.